Hello there. Welcome to another talk. Another meditation. Because all my talks turn into meditations. That's why I've always said that. And the way I am in these talks is the way I am all the time. You know, when I started doing talks, I would try and write things down and it just didn't work, so then I just had to be natural. And when I'm natural, I naturally flow. And what's happened is the higher self is giving me more knowledge as I'm going through it. That's what's happening. So that's the way I do it. But anyway, into the talk. Twin flame or delusion. You know, very interesting. Well, for a start, all reality, all people, you know, are delusional. You know, you should believe in your own delusion. Because, you know, for example, people that think this reality is this, they think it's that, they think it's the other, with that religion, they're all delusional, of course. Because, in my view, without offending any snowflakes, you know, everything is to direct you in a certain way with someone else's delusion. So it's all delusion. It's just different creatures, different people create different delusions. You know, it's just like concepts, made up concepts. And so this talk is not to bash or bring down people that are into the twin flame thing. It's to simply say that it's true if you really believe in it. You see? I mean, that's all everything is, just concepts. For example, you know, you might, want to say something on the internet that might offend controllers of that particular website or social media platform. And if they don't like what you're saying, because of their own beliefs, you see, it's all beliefs, concepts. That's all it is. Nonsense, really. So your twin flame is real if you believe it's real. You know, you can create your reality. You are creating your reality as the moments go by. You know, it's just a bunch of concepts. I don't know anything because all I'm coming away with is more concepts. You see? Just I'm coming up with concepts, ideologies, stories. I don't know anything. And nor does anyone else. They just think that they know. You know, it's like, it's like anything. It's all just made up. If you look around you, unless you built everything in your house, but if you look around you, everything was created by someone else. You see, it's all created. And we're co-creating at this very moment. So if it's all concepts and made up fantasies, then the fantasies can, you can literally develop your own dream if you know how to do it, of course. And again, knowing how to do it would just be in a dream. Like I say, all concepts, all made up by someone, and no one actually knows anything. You see? For example, if you create a reality through law of attraction, let's say, well, if this dream is telling you that that is the way the universe works, but it could be a trick. You see? I don't know. Again, I'm just making up an idea. That's all everything is. Ideas, stories, concepts, nonsense. So my point is that if you believe in the twin flame thing, the twin flame concept, delusion, someone's idea, then you believe in it. And you may have a nice dream, you know? And then you may want something else. You know, as George Harrison, said, you know, or as one of his albums said, all things must pass. So it'll be something else. And I think that for a lot of people, I think the truth is, a lot of people don't like, you know, the situation they're in, or they're by themselves. They don't like the romantic partner they've got, if they've got that. And the truth is, it's not a twin flame, because if you've got those kind of issues, a romantic partner there it's not going to work. You know, it's not going to happen. You've got to first, I would say, like on this pathway of mine, you've got to work out what is the problem. You know, in your life that makes you want someone else to fulfill you. It took me 10 years in this awakening path to let go of that. You know, and it's only in the last year that I've really accepted, you know, things as they are. But for a lot of people, some people never do that. A lot of people never do that. You know, they might drink at the weekend and and they're not really addressing the issue. That's why it keeps coming up. I think that for, you know, a real twin flame situation, I'll call it that, to work, I think the two people would have to be healed. You know, to the point where you're not wanting this person. You're happy for them to be there, but this neediness, it's going to be there in the relationship as well. So that's a problem within yourself. You see, there's being on your own, and then there's really opening up to that aloneness or whatever. And that's when God speaks through you. That's when the force of life, of this dream, whatever you want to call it, comes through. You see, once you do that, you'll find peace, and then you'll find this ecstasy within that. No problems, no issues. And I think for true romantic situation, I've learnt this from this awakening path. Been in it for 11 years now. What, you know, I've learned about relationships from this journey is that it can't work until you don't want it. Until you're not needing anyone or anything. You really are at peace. And that's when you've found the answer. So it really is within you, but it's not as easy as it sounds. You know, because you've got to really face yourself and face your problems. And that can take a long time. I've been doing this 11 years, like I said earlier. It's only in the last year that I've really opened up to being by myself. And that's what you've got to do, but it takes real courage. You know, and yes, you're going to cry, you're going to, you know, but to heal it, you must feel it. And for people that believe in twin flames or whatever, you know, you've got to sort your own head out first. Because you're going to bring that into that situation. And if they've got that also, likely on this reality, then it's not going to work. So the important work to do is to work on yourself. You see? Really open up to being alone. So you find that heaven, that joy, but just by yourself. And so you're not wanting it. People are obsessed with this stuff. It's becoming like a mental illness. But I believe the true people that really will find that heaven will find it by themselves first. I've found that to be true. Because like I say, it's only been the last year I've really accepted. So it's one thing to be alone, but to really say, okay, because people always think they've got the answer. The answer is because whatever you call God, whatever, this force lets you go your own way if you want, but we don't know the right way. And then when you say, okay, I don't know all the answers. So you're kind of like letting go of that, and then that's when the real healing can begin. You see? And this is the Great Awakening that people talk about. The Great Awakening, or whatever you want to call it, is a mass spiritual awakening that is happening all over the planet. All different situations made it happen. And it started happening around 2012. Before that, people were awakening, but 2012, that's when the energy changed. That's when I had my awakening. And I've had new ones every other day ever since. And I had it because one day I sat down and I had enough. I just had enough. And really meant it. And it was so powerful that it manifested the spiritual awakening. And one thing led to another, and healing and all this different stuff. And anyone can do it. You know, you literally choose to be chosen. And like I say, you know, like I've been saying on this talk, that many can be alone, but not many will really open up to that. Because their ego still thinks that they've got all the answers. Let it go. And that's when you find the real love within yourself. And when you're ascended like that and you're so joyful, that's the only time you're ready for someone else, if you are to be with someone else. It's not going to work otherwise. So the message on this talk is, love is love. In other words, if you believe in the twin flame, or just call it soulmate, whatever. But the thing is, you've got to do the inner work. And that is the real pathway to joy in your life and love in your life. You see? And then you'll be so strong that you won't need anyone else. It'll be nice, but you'll have that joy and love anyway. So anyway, I'm just going to leave the talk there. For latest updates and talks, news, research, and much more, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.